dark and difficult times lie ahead. Soon we must all face the choice between what is right and what is easy.
First and foremost, I just want to say that, if you're in Europe, other than the UK at the moment, although in the UK it is still pretty damn warm, we've got a lot of cloud cover that's keeping the heat in, and it is really stuffy. And I mean, you can probably see my face is a little bit shiny where I'm a little bit warm, shall we say. Those people that are in places like France and some of the other European places, I just want to say, I hope that you take care with the heat wave that's going on. Remember to drink lots of water, remember to stay in the shade where you can. It's a dangerous weather situation that's going on over there. I know that here in the UK we're going to get 30 plus degrees over the next few days, maybe into the weekend or whatever, but I know that there's a lot of places at the moment that is dangerously hot, 40 degrees plus. So from me to you, please take care. I would hate to think that any of you have had any health issues because of the heat. So remember to enjoy it, but stay safe. Moving on. Yesterday, 25th of June 2019, I put a video out entitled "Met Police Staff Images Must Not Be Stored or Recorded." Oops. In that video, I said that I was going to go through the entire list of police areas in the Metropolitan Police Division, which are all of these. Let's see, lots and lots and lots and lots, and it keeps going on and on and on and on and on, all the way down to there, usually. Now, I started going through this, I got into the E's. Okay, I got into the areas that begin with an E, which was quite a lot, and I've done this today. So I went from Abbey through Addiscombe East, through Bedford, through Blendon and Penhill, through Cavendish, Churchfield, Coppers Cote, Dormers Wells, all the way through to, I did Endleby, I did Enfield Town, and then I realised after 4 hours, I realised that there is just far too much for me to do. It's going to take me like 24 hours or something to go through all of these and work out from the officers that are in the neighbourhood policing teams in those areas which ones have English sounding names and which ones don't. And this might not interest some people. It interests me, to be honest, because of some other additional research that I'm doing for some other videos. This was interesting to me to find out, and I was just going to do it, and I was just going to upload it in case it was of interest to somebody watching. But it got to the point where I realised it was just it was just going to take far too long and be far too difficult for me to do. And besides that fact, I got all the way through to where I got after 4 hours, and then all of a sudden I didn't quite realise, but I deleted the number of constables and officers who had foreign sounding names, and I tried to do a Control-Z and bring it back, but I couldn't bring it back. And yes, I made a boo-boo, ballsed up, and I just have not got the time to go through all of that again. Bearing in mind I do all of this for free, I literally get nothing for doing all of what I do. The income from ad revenue is negligible, like quite literally. To be honest, in my normal job, what I get per month from YouTube is about an hour's worth of normal job pay. So not, I just don't have the time to do it, for free when there's this much to do. So what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to do a Freedom of Information request to the Metropolitan Police, and I'm going to ask them. Now I need to be careful how to word this. I need to have a think about how to word this Freedom of Information request. I'm going to ask them about every division, every area, all of the neighbourhood policing teams, and find out where, how many of those officers are British nationals, for example, and how many are not British nationals. What I tried to do initially, and I don't think the police are going to be able to, they're going to say that it's too much work for them. But what I tried to do is I tried to work out, to be fair, 3 types of person, or 4 types of person. So there was completely non-British names. Okay, so for example, Yusuf Mustafa. Now that's just not a British national name, as far as I'm concerned, and or a British name. I apologise. That's just not a British name. I mean, that maybe they are a British national. Maybe their parents sort of moved over here and then, you know, had a baby and named that child Yusuf Mustafa, and then therefore it would be a British national. But British, you know, traditional British names. So I tried to do a list of traditional British named officers and constables. Then I tried to do a list of British first name or officers, whereas, you know, for example, females may have married a non-British, a person with a non-British surname, and then taken that name on. And then I was trying to do and also a list of those with a foreign first name and an English surname. Okay, that's what I was trying to do. I'm just not going to be able to do it, as I say. So I'm going to do a freedom of information request. I'm going to see if I can get the information. I doubt very much they're going to break it down into those categories, but it would be very interesting to see who, you know, how many of the officers and constables are British nationals and how many are not British nationals. And yeah, so because I promised I was going to go through all of this and create a video, I wanted to let you know that after a balls up and after the time I've realised it's going to take, I didn't want you to think I was lying to you and just not going to do it. So instead I'm going to do a freedom of information request instead. So there we go. So that will be put in as a freedom of information request within the next 24 hours or so, once I've decided and established how I'm going to word it. Obviously they've got 30 days, 20 business days, 30 days to respond. Hopefully I'll have a video with regards to that soon. I also wanted to let you know that I have actually put in freedom of information requests to every single police force in the UK. That's all 43 I think it is. Every single one of them I've put in a freedom of information request to, and those freedom of information requests were for crime statistics of specific crimes. This is exactly the same request that I have put into all of the police forces. Okay, so I'll read this to you. Under the Freedom of Information Act, I would like to submit the following for information. During 2018, how many people classed as IC1 and IC2, which is white North European and white South European combined, were arrested, whether they were charged or not, by officers of your force area for the following: breach of the peace, hate speech specifically against disability, race, religion, sexual orientation and transgender identity, and Section 5 of the Public Order Act. And also during 2018, how many people classed as IC6, which is Arab and North African, were arrested, charged or not, by officers of your force area for the same: breach of the peace, hate speech specifically against disability, race, religion, sexual orientation or transgender identity, and Section 5 of the Public Order Act. Some of the requests that I've put in stated that it would be too much work for them to break it down individually, because they'd have to go through every single crime report and look. But most of the crime reports would have a marker, whether it was a racial incident, whether it was a religious incident. So most of them have emailed me back and said to me, we can't do what you've asked for specifically, but we can do it this way and base it on the markers that are on the reports. So I've just said to them, yes, that's fine. I've had some very interesting results so far. In fact, I say they're interesting. Most of you probably won't be shocked. Let me just say that. Most of you probably won't be shocked at the results, in all fairness. However, I'm waiting until I get all of the replies. Now, most of these freedom of information requests were put in on the, let me just double check the dates here. Now I think it was, let me just look at this one. 15th of June, most of the requests were put in on. I've still got quite a lot to wait for. As you can see here, Devon and Cornwall Constabulary is still not processed my request yet. So I've got until about the 15th of July. So we've got about 20 days left in order to get all of this information. There's Daisy snoring again. I apologise if that's annoying you. But I will, excuse me. Daisy, stop snoring, please. I can see you. she's looking, but she's not paying attention. But yeah, so as soon as I've got all of the results for this, I'm going to compile it into a video, and I'm going to give you the results on that particular, this particular freedom of information request that I've asked for. Stay tuned for that, because as I say, I think some of you will be quite surprised as to the results of that. I've got a feeling that the rest of the results are going to coincide with the ones that I've already got. We shall wait and see. Anyway, that's it for today, or that's it for this video. I might put another one out later. It depends on what comes up. But for now, thanks again for watching. Please like, subscribe and share. If any of my videos on the channel are interesting to you, or you feel are interesting to other people. And please don't forget to check out the description. Remember, this channel gets literally negligible income from YouTube advertising because of the type of content that I put out. So I ask you, if you are able to in any way, shape or form, please check the links in the description. If you feel you can help us out to ensure that we can, or I can continue doing these videos, then that would be awesome. If not, if you can't help in a financial way, no problem at all. Absolutely not. I started this channel to share information. I just want to make sure that I can continue to do that. So if you can't do it in that way, then please share, like, subscribe, comment, because YouTube picks up on the shares, likes, subscribes and the comments, and it will help to increase the amount of times my videos get seen, which can slightly increase the ad revenue that I get on the less than 50% of my videos that are actually monetized. So thanks once again, take care of yourselves, and until next time,
good night all.